Hey guys, I ordered this precision adjust knife sharpener made by Sharpeners. I actually got this about 6 months ago, and I've been meaning to put it together and give it a try ever since, and I haven't had the time. And I finally decided that I need to get it done. I've got a knife here that needs to be sharpened, and I'm going to give it a try. And I bought this because it actually holds the blade stationary, and you've got some precise angles that you can set here. So I really like that. You see the lead screw here that will move the rod at an exact angle, and whenever you flip the knife over, you're going to get the same angle on both sides of the blade, which is very important when it comes to getting the knife as sharp as you can possibly get it. It sharpens all kinds of knives. It has 3 different stones. It's got a fine diamond, a coarse diamond, and a fine ceramic. The coarse diamond is a 320 grit, and the fine diamond is 600 grit. Doesn't really say what the fine ceramic is. Adjustable, it says here, from sharpening angle can be easily adjusted from 15 to 30 degrees in 1 degree increments. 3-sided tri-abrasive rod, coarse diamond, and fine ceramic, innovative clamp, sharpening base. Anyway, it's got 3-year warranty, and yeah, we're just going to take it out of the box, and we're going to see. I'm not really going to read the instructions. I'm just going to see if I can get through it by trial and error. So it looks like we'll start off with the base. Typical plastic base. Now, I do want to say that for the price, I'm not expecting some heavy-duty, all aluminum, all steel construction. I knew it was, going to be plastic-based product, and I'm fine with that as long as it gets the job done. That's my main, obviously, that's my main concern. So, base is plastic, got some rubber feet on it. And then let's see, you have pretty thick instruction manual here. Now, this does have a little bit of weight to it. Obviously, there's a steel lead screw, but I can feel some weight down here in the bottom of it. So that's good. To snap this together, looks like you got a little tab right here. It's going to go in the front. Then you've got this back that just kind of pivots out of the way, and now it's snapped in. So far so good. Then you've got the part that holds the blade itself. It's got your adjustment rod here. And let's see here, yeah. Okay, that looks pretty simple. You got your magnet back here on the back. The way this thing works, doesn't look like there's an up or down to this part. Now this does have a white dot up at the top. You want to make sure that's up at the top. This just slides in, held in with a magnet. There's a little button back here in the back. You push it to flip that around. Okay, so far so good. And then you've got the rod itself. You got a little rod in. Seems nice and tight. Here's your stones. You got your so you got 600 grit, 320 grit, and then this is the ceramic, and that ceramic is really, really fine. we're going to start off with the 320. These are all diamond and ceramic stones. Let me go ahead and set this angle, because I'm going to set this angle at about 20 degrees. That doesn't look like it's got any kind of a lock, but I wouldn't imagine this lead screw drifting much. Okay, let's go ahead and lock this knife in. So you just pull this out, and what I've got here for a knife is it's just an automatic. It's a Kalashnikov. It's actually one of my favorite knives. The steel, I can't remember what, it's AUS 8 steel, so I mean the blade's not all that great. Should be easy to sharpen. They say you've got this V-notch right here that you want to put the blade all the way in. This is a pretty small knife, so hopefully we're not going to have no problem because of that. I don't know if I want to do it like that or do it more maybe like that. I've got the back of the blade up against the V there, but not here, so it'd be more straight. Okay, so far so good. The way this is supposed to go in is again, it's got a magnet. Goes up here in the hole, and you stick it right in. And it looks like everything's going to clear. No problem there. Now I'm going to sharpen this. I've seen them use multiple techniques. You know what? Before I do that, I need to show you how dull this knife is. Got a piece of paper here. Now, it's not the dullest knife in the world, but it's definitely not the sharpest. Now, if I just drag it straight through, not going to have any luck with that. So now that I've got that out of the way, I forgot to do that. Let's go ahead and put this knife back in here. I don't know if you really need to stick it in this V right here. To me, for this small of a knife, it's just making it too much of an angle. Now, you do want the handle to be to this side of the sharpener. The reason is when you hit the button and you flip it over, you're going to do that. Obviously, if you had the handle over here to start with and you went to try to rotate it counterclockwise, the handle's going to hit down here. So make sure the handle's to the right. Make sure this white dot is up at the top. Set your angle that you want. I'm starting off with the 320. These are diamond stones, so I'm not going to use any kind of oil or water. And I'm going to sharpen this the way I like to sharpen knives on a stone. I've seen different people use different things. We're sitting right at 20. And you got some stops here. I'm going to go ahead and set these little stops. They're just little rubber, basically O-rings. That way I don't go too far off. I like to push against the blade. That's the way I've always sharpened knives on a stone. That's the way I'm going to do it here. And one thing I think I want to do, just to kind of see what the angle is right now versus what we're going to take it at. They say 20 to 25 for like a pocket knife. Now I do see there's just a little bit of flex in the whole mechanism here, but all in all, it does seem to be holding a nice, consistent edge. Now, since this is the first time I've sharpened any knife on this sharpener, and since the angle that it's originally sharpened at is probably different than the 20 degrees that I've got it set at, it's going to take a little longer than normal to establish that new angle. But once it's established, then hopefully I should be able to we'll set this stop just a little higher, and we'll set this one just a little. But yeah, should be able to get a nice edge on it. There's other knife sharpeners that's real similar in design of this, but they are way more expensive. Yeah, and obviously they're better quality. They're all metal construction, which is nice. You know, if you're a professional knife sharpener, then that's obviously something that you would be interested in. But I'm just a regular guy that needs to sharpen a knife every now and then. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a knife sharpener. I think I spent $49 on this one, so it's a very cost-effective sharpener. That's looking pretty good. I'm not really counting how many times I'm doing each side. I'm just kind of going by the look to start with. If it looks like one side needs a little bit more than the other, that's all I'm doing. I don't know how it's coming through, but it's putting a nice, consistent angle in that knife. Get you down a little closer if I can. The camera's got to be back, so you know what? I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go to the 600 grit diamond. The one thing that I wish it had a bit better grip right here. I feel like that I can't really get a good bite on this little handle, so I'm tending to hold it down here, which is probably fine. I mean, just by looking at the blade, I don't know how that's coming through, but it does look as though it is getting at just a perfect angle on the blade. Perfectly consistent. Okay, now I'm going to go to the ceramic. All you do, rotate, and it locks it right in. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see how perfect that angle is and that finish. But just by eye, that is one of the most perfect knife edges I think that I've ever done. So let's go ahead and take this thing out of here. And let's see what it does on a piece of paper. Okay, so let's get a paper. I'd say that works. And again, I don't know if you can see, hopefully the camera's picking up just how consistent and perfect that edge is. Anyway, my take on it is, for the $50 mark, it's going to be hard to beat something that gets that perfect of angles that I've seen. I know I haven't seen anything that's able to maintain that consistent of angles. Even my Lansky that does clamp into, it's got a guard or a bracket that clamps over the back of the blade, and then you've got your similar stones that you use. This thing just blows it away. Anyway, I'm very, very happy. Very pleased with the results. For the money, like I say, you've got anywhere from 15 to 30 degrees. Very easy to use, very very quick to get your rhythm down and your technique. I think it's, at this point, I'm going to have to call it my favorite knife sharpener. I'm going to definitely be using this all the time. Anyway, that's all I got. You guys take care. I'll put a link to this if you're interested. I bought it off Amazon. Seems to be the cheapest place going. You guys take care.